place to start this conversation is really to talk about what is the biggest threat to life around the world. And these are non communicable diseases or NCDs. Together, they contribute to about 71% of deaths globally. That's about 41 million people annually. And as you can see on this graph, it is increasing across every age group. And if you look for men or women from different parts of the world, shown in the two middle and the right panels, you will see there are more dots above the dotted line, indicating the probability of dying from non-communicable disease is higher than communicable disease. So when we think about non-communicable diseases, we have historically thought about type 2 diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, but really the thing we're going to talk about today, of course, is metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver disease or MASLD that used to be called NAFLD. People went to war about nomenclature, but I think hopefully all of that is behind us, regardless of how you call it. The bottom line is there are two phenotypes of this condition. One where you just get fat accumulation in the liver, not much else. And this is currently often called uh, MASL or metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver. Previously used to be called non-alcoholic fatty liver. But there's a more aggressive lesion called steatohepatitis, where you not only have harmful steatosis, but you also have lobular inflammation and a very specific, relatively specific histological lesion called ballooning degeneration, which is the hallmark of steatohepatitis. And we talk about steatohepatitis because it's a more active form of the condition and is more likely to lead to progressive scarring of the liver, culminating in cirrhosis. Now, that's the liver disease and it's linked to fat, thus the steatotic liver disease. The metabolic dysfunction is shown on the right, where you see the general population prevalence of obesity, diabetes, hypertension, triglyceridemia, metabolic syndrome. And you can see that in patients who have this condition, it is highly enriched. So there is clearly a linkage, and this is part of the rationale for nomenclature change. So, why do we care about this? We care about it because the burden of disease is increasing around the world. Doesn't matter where we have looked, whether it is in Asia, whether we've looked in the US, in Europe, the number of people shown in the little circle, these are the people living with advanced liver disease F3, F4, that continues to rise. And it is expected that by 2030, there will be over 40 million people living with advanced fibrosis or cirrhosis in USA, Western Europe, China, and Japan.